Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've been racking my brain on how to do an intro on this one. I cannot for the life of me come up with any great ideas. So, without any further ado, let's just get on with it. Yes, so grand finale. Leinster versus Bulls. Not, yeah, at all what we expected. But then again, so little of the games that was played in this URC season ended as expected. Hard-fought match by both sides. But I said last weekend that if Jake White's guys are gonna settle for a full frontal assault, it's not gonna help. It's not gonna work. And this is the one time when I actually felt I wish I was wrong. But as it turned out, Leinster was more than prepared for that kind of game plan. They had defense all over the field. Little up and overs, cross kicks was met with extreme resistance. Willie Leroux almost didn't know where could he put the ball. An attempted cross kick to Kenan Moody ended up in Leinster hands. The frustration was just running absolutely high in this game. And we can see why. 32-7 final score. Bulls lost to Leinster's solid steel defenses. Couldn't make it through. For love nor money. 106 ball carries by the Bulls to Leinster's 90 is just testament to to Leinster's absolute rock solid defenses. There was there was a bit of a chance for the Bulls to actually break through. Run about the 60th match, I think it was the 60th minute. When Aka van der Merwe did manage to after phase after phase after phase, just badgering the Leinster's defensive lines. Aka van der Merwe managed to just make it over the line, close to the poles, which made it very easy for Goosen to kind of convert that try. But that was it. That was all she wrote for the Bulls for the entirety of the game. Whereas Leinster, 5 tries, 5 conversions, 2 penalty goals, a hit. It was Prendergast was on his, he was on his game that day, making almost every single game. He did miss, I think, 2 penalty goals that didn't go through, but 2 penalty goal hits. What more can he ask for? And then all the really massive strategic attacks by Conan, by Barrett, by Van der Fleer. These guys were running circles around the Bulls, and it looked like the Bulls didn't have an answer at all that they could actually throw into the mix here. There was literally nothing the Bulls could actually throw at Leinster at this point in time, and you could palpably see the frustration on the faces of these boys. It was hard to watch overall. You kept sitting in your seat hoping for above hope that something will happen. Some major attack could form, and they could make a last ditch attempt at a line break and get some more points on the scoreboard, but it didn't happen at all. Leinster was a solid wall, impenetrable wall of defenders. They just couldn't get through. And I want to kind of pause again on the one brilliant attack move by Geordie Barrett. World class. And he absolutely caught the entire Bulls team off guard. This came from an up and over from Prendergast from behind, inside the Leinster's 22. It came down in the Bulls' half, right in front of Barrett. The defender was still some distance off, and Barrett just walloped it with his right boot, sent it further down, and then with an absolute brilliant chase managed to get the try down. A move that literally caught the boys in blue completely, or the boys in white for this game, completely off guard. Of course, the Bulls was wearing their sort of away team white kit, while the Leinster was kitted up in blue. So yeah, it just, there was no answer. There was simply no answer that the Bulls could get. And I mean, if we look further into the stats, 4 tries to 1, 3 conversions to 1, 2-0 penalty goals in the favour of Leinster, 7 line breaks by Leinster to the Bulls 0, 13 turnovers on Leinster's side, only 2 turnovers won by the Bulls. So the scrum was not as dominant as it would like to have been. I suppose put that to players like Conan and RG Snyman that came in and completely demolished our or at least keep, not to demolish our scrums, but keep us at bay. Pretty much we were penalized quite a few times for collapsing and early engagements, so it really was just a comedy of errors on the Bulls side that cost them the game, and ultimately the URC Finals Cup for the second time in a row. So what's going to be done? I don't know. Jake White was visibly not happy. The whole Bulls coaching staff was, and they just you could see the tension, like biting their nails and all of that. It just wasn't a day for the Bulls at all. Marcel Coetzee getting 13 carries, Marco van Staden making 13 carries as well, to Geordie Barrett getting 10. So that was your top 3 in the carries made. Your top 3 in the line breaks was all Leinster. It was James Lowe, Tommy O'Brien, Gary Ringrose. Brilliant and absolutely deadly line breaks that literally put the Bulls on the back line. They found it absolutely impossible to mount some kind of a pressure onto Leinster, and only took up to about the 60th minute of the game for them to mount some kind of pressure, get it over the line, score, try, get the conversion down, and hopefully all the fans like sitting on the edge of the seats, hopefully hoping that the Bulls will now start mounting some serious pressure on the Leinster, put them on their back foot, try and chase that lead, and it just wasn't happening. Turnovers lost, all by Leinster, was by James Lowe, Jimmy O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien. Tommy and Jimmy losing 2 turnovers each. James Lowe doing 3. Turnovers won by the Bulls was Michael Verstappen 1 and Nizam Carr. Dominant tackles, Ryan Bird at the top. He is basically equalized by Johan Grobbelaar and Kobus Wiese. But 52% possession in the last 10 minutes. Went to the Bulls, and just again testament of the absolute solidity of the Leinster defense. There was no front row player gonna get through them. That was just it. Possession was equal throughout most of the game, but again, Leinster just did a lot more with it. Their line breaks happened at the most inopportune moments. It was just, it put the Bulls into uncomfortable defensive mode the whole game. There was very little chance for attack moves, and when they did make the attack moves, they would either lose it forward in contact, or it would be turned over, or there'd be some penalty that would lose them the possession, and with it the attempt at attack and scoring a try. No penalty goals to the Bulls. Not surprised there. In the scrums, again, Leinster sitting with 89% against the Bulls 86%. So definitely a lot more pressure happening in the scrums from Leinster's side. Line-out wins 100% to Leinster, 83% to the Bulls. It was hard to watch. I don't think I can really describe it any better than that. The Bulls are going to have to look at their game, and they're going to have to look seriously at their game. But for now, we are basically motoring down to the following Springbok rugby season that's starting. Their first game against I think it is Italy, starting in July, very early in July, while the British and Irish Lions are now touring Australia. So Australia would have their go, as we did in 2023, against the British and Irish Lions. Or was it 2019? I think it was 2019. Yes, against the British and Irish Lions. Good luck to the Australians. They haven't had much of that in recent years or recent months. So good luck to them. They're taking on the best that England or the United Kingdom can throw at them. You better believe it. There's going to be, Maro Toje is going to be there, and so James Lowe, most of the Tommy O'Brien, Jimmy O'Brien, Peter O'Mahony, all those guys. I'm pretty sure they'll find their spot within the British Irish Lions there. So it's pretty tough competition that the Australians are going to have to deal with. Would they be getting back Simeone? I don't know. I don't know if Simeone is now permanently sort of grown roots in Scotland, but yeah, that remains to be seen. But yeah, it's we're starting off. Of course, the Springboks is starting off. I think it's 28th of June against the Barbarians. Sort of just a friendly game, sort of more preparation for the year's season ahead. And we wish the Bokke all the best of it. I think we're going to need a miracle at this stage, as we've seen. The URC did not go as we would have liked it. But again, we had a South African team in the finals, kind of a feather in our caps. But we would love to have seen a win again, like. When the Stormers did in the first time ever, when the URC was when they were allowed to play into the URC. All we can do now is look forward. We do a very good, massive congratulations to Leinster for their play. They definitely were the best team, deserved to win. Take my hat off to you guys. You played an absolute smashing game. South Africans, I think we're going to have to go back to the drawing board. There's going to have to be some serious changes, some serious hard talks and tactical brainstorming that is going to need to happen. But yeah, overall, it was just like I said, it was a it was hard to watch. That's all I'm going to say. It was very tough to witness. But marching on to the next phase of it all. But leave me your comments and thoughts below in the comments field. Give me a like and subscribe if you like the content that you're witnessing here, and you would like to make me more of it, or like me to make more of it and all of that. Not really much rugby happening this weekend. If I could just get to the fixtures quickly here, and I can give you some indication. We're sitting with the British Irish Lions starting. They're going up against Argentina now, this on Friday the 20th of June. Then top 14 is Toulouse against Beyond. Saturday the 21st, the Super Rugby Pacific, we have the Crusaders against Chiefs. In Major League Rugby, it's New England Free Jacks against Chicago Hounds. And this is how America contributes to the rugby, by not really playing internationals but more locals. On the international sides, we have Trinidad and Tobago against Mexico. In the top 14, Bordeaux against Toulon. And then on Sunday the 22nd of June, we have the Major League Rugby Utah Warriors against Houston Cyber Cats. Again, very much inside the borders of the US. Where that's going to be played by, we're looking forward to 2027. We probably will be meeting America in the World Cup as well. But to just pause on the World Cup, South Africa now is basically standing at a fork in the road. Is Rassie going to give more of the younger players? Because we have seen so many of the more new young blood that have received their invitation to the Springboks. Aka van der Merwe, Vincent Nchuka, that's coming in, just to name two of the guys. We have a few more of the I think there's one of the Stormers going in as well. Cannot remember who it was, but there's a lot of new young blood. I think Sebastian de Klerk has also received his invitation, and then we're going to see sort of the more mid-range, the newcomers, the new blood that have already donned the screen and gold. Of course, that's still going to be taking part in that, like Sasha Faimakomazulu. So the question is now, is Rassie going to try and give more playing time in international rugby to a lot of these young blood that he has been recruiting, or is he going to still focus on the more veteran players? Because we're now sitting with a conundrum. All the pool games and the standings for them will be decided from now on with all international games that's going to be played. At the moment, South Africa still maintains the number one spot, with Ireland very close on their heels. And if we're going to want a very favorable standing within the pool games, we're going to need to hold on to that number one spot. So, with all that said, I think Coach Rassie really has his work cut out for him with this new bunch of ragtag, new blood and veteran players. So all we can do is just wait and see what's going to happen and hope for the best. But again, leave your like and subscribe on, and hit the bell below. And please, let me know your thoughts in the comments field below. And what did you think of the the Bulls versus Leinster dismal performance? If you have some opinions on that over there, let me know. And once again, just a merry farewell from a very cold Cape Town. Please take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll see you next week here once again. Peace out.